I love it. So pretty. Sage, 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 sage. It is a madhouse feeding frenzy. I don't want to get too close because I don't want to scare the birds. But it's snowy and raining right now. It was raining for a bit. If it doesn't rain, I'll fill it up later tonight. But now our butterfly garden, once again, hopefully this is the last installment for the day. I was literally here like all day, so lots of fun. That's what it looks like. Swamp milkweed's about to bloom. My lotus pond is doing well. That's pretty sweet. I like that. Over here, the roses that my sister gave my mom for Mother's Day are doing really well. And if you're a witch, just know that if you lean up against a tree, that's very grounding. Okay. So I just think that's really, it's really cute. A cute little kitty. Butterfly kitty. Butterfly baby. Waiting for the butterflies. WTF, man. Okay. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye. We've got some butterflies. Butterflies in the garden. I never leave the house without them anymore, just in case anyone asks. And I have shown them butterflies before. So, just showing off the garden. Some basil, mint, thyme, more basil, more mint. Just watering my mints. More mints. This burdock was in the ground and I left it because I love burdock. But we have burdock, morning glory, more burdock, strawberry, more sage, Asclepias syrica, or milkweed. And I inspect the milkweed because there's some aphids, so I'll just go in and kind of squish them because I don't want to use insecticides because they'll kill my caterpillars. We don't want to poison the caterpillars. So, watering, watering, watering. More water, more water. On this side is much more milkweed. More milkweed, more milkweed. More milkweed. This one looks mostly free. I've been squishing aphids for a long time. More mint, more thyme, more mint. Oh no, a mint fell over. Pick up anything that fell over. So this is called Sweet Elysium. Ooh, that's a hard angle, but it smells really good. Over here is either milkweed or dogwood. Milkweed would be better, but dogwood is okay. Milkweed is for monarchs, dogwood isn't, but I suspect that it could be. I'll leave the dandelion and the bird feeder that the birds have found. They do use it. I got like a $20 giant bag at home. So I'll leave the burdock. That's a good little corner. I have a chalkboard. I'm gonna drop off the chalkboard. Maybe right now. I should do that now. But here's my certificate. Here's my sign. So everyone knows. I forgot the chalkboard, so I'm gonna go get that now. Okay, bye. Wow, wow, wow. Look at this garden. It's enormous. It's enormous, but it's well kept. It's actually really tiny, but it is well kept. Okay, I'll be back with chalkboard. Bye. It's so pretty. So I found this chalkboard the other day. Someone was throwing it out, so I brought it home. I kept it at home for a couple days, and now it's here at the garden in Bound Park. I moved the tall plants so you could see it, and it's right in front of the walkway and the short plants. I don't have an eraser, so maybe I'll just bring a paper towel one day. Other than that, we'll stop by to water the garden. Water, water, water. Although they do get lots of rain. So that's it. That's how I maintain the garden. And let's get an angle from this side. That's it. Really want a greenhouse. Really, really bad. But that's it. Let's get an image with the butterflies from my pocket. Wow. I love it. So pretty. I'm gonna screenshot that for the video. Butterflies. Okay. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye. Bye.
I still remember the time.
Everybody, Butterfly Square Garden, Jason Sebastian back at the garden. I just wanted to show you guys that we are seeding this corner of the garden, more like backyard. The garden is seeding the rest of the backyard. We are seeding the neighbor's backyard. We are, can you see it floating? We are seeding the car next door. We're seeding the whole city, and there's a lot of birds next door because there's a feeder in the yard behind us. Oop, there they go. Dang, something scared them. But let's go. Ooh, there they go. Look at them. There's a lot of birds in the area because I've been keeping up with the bird feeder in the park. So let's go look at that now. Let's go look at the bird feeder in the park. Bye. I don't want to get too close, but check it out. It is a madhouse feeding frenzy. Okay, I don't want to record too long because there's kids. Let's go find Regina. Everybody, I was just working in the garden, more like the crack next to my garden, and this fell into my hand. Ooh. It's swamp milkweed. It's a little bit smaller leaves, sweeter smelling flower, more prone to aphids, and now I'm going to replant them. I was working over here. All of these cups, not all of them, but most of them have either burdock or milkweed of some sort growing in them, and they also have moss growing on top of them. So I started to clear away the leaves and stuff, cut away twigs, but then I realized that it's going to be cold next week, so I'll probably wait another month or two. Not even, I'll wait till at least like February before I start clearing out all of the leaves and stuff, because that's good insulation for my jasmine and my cups and my mosses. And I see the dandelions are growing back, and that's my apple tree. That's my lotus that hopefully will come back once it's warmer. Let's see, sage. We've got sphagnum moss in the corner, milkweed seeds, and mature roots over here. That's going to be like exploding. This whole area is going to be exploding with milkweed. And then even the entire lawn, like the whole grass. Last year, I was picking out little seedlings. So we're going to be pulling cuttings like straight out of the grass this year. And I guess I'll sell these. Who wants swamp milkweed seeds? Half off. Okay. Butterfly Square Garden, Jason Sebastian. I'm blind because the sun's in my eyes. Plant native milkweed. If you want some, I got some. Come to me and get some seeds. Bye. That's where it came from. Right here. Bye. Oh my goodness. It's snowing. Look at my breath, look at my breath. Can you see it? Wow. Snow. Windy, windy. Snow. Hey guys, I don't want to get too close because I want to scare the birds, but it's snowy and raining right now, and I didn't want to open up the bird feeder, so I just threw some on the floor, and I've decided that that's the designated area, and I'm going to start bringing bird food to accept donations and make this more of a regular thing. Once spring comes, we'll do the same thing with butterflies. Just want to say I love you. Look at all those birds hanging out on that bench. It's like they know where the food is. So now that there's so many birds, that means we're gonna need a birdhouse. So I guess I'm gonna give them a birdhouse now. Okay, love you. Bye. Hey everybody, Butterfly Square Garden. It's peaceful in the garden today. And we just wanted to appreciate that because it won't always be peaceful in the garden. But today, it's peaceful in the garden. Worship nature, y'all. Plant native milkweed. Look at my poor apple tree. It is bent the F over. I really hope it's not broken. Luckily, do you ever hear the story of the two trees, and one was like a big strong oak and the other was like a little tiny sapling, and the big oak was making fun of the little tree? Oh, I'm so strong, look at my big limbs. And then one day it snowed, and it would snow, and then it would gather up, and then it would just bend and fall off. So the little tree was okay, but the big tree was stiff, and the the snow piled up until finally the branches just broke. So I guess that's a story about being small isn't the worst thing in the world. My peas, I'm not gonna open it up, but it looks good. This guy, I don't think it's broken. It doesn't look that much different than it ever was, but I don't really want to, I'm too scared to even go in there. And then you can see my sage, totally crushed by the snow. The jasmine looks totally fine. So I guess the only thing I really care about right now is my apple tree. So I guess that's just a lesson for next time. I really want to open this baby up, but I will not. Dang, if this thing snapped, that's like 3 years down the drain, because I planted that baby as a seed. Anyways, it snowed, so happy snow day, everybody. Go shovel. Talk to you later. Everyone pray for my apple tree. It better be okay. I'll be so sad, but it's fine. Life goes on. Okay, bye. Man, that thing was like laying over. So, I almost fell. It's so snowy. I decided now that I'm done shoveling and cleaning up the cars, I wanted to see how the garden's doing. It's over here behind these bushes, trees. Let's go check it out. Wow. Pretty cool. Honestly, I think my garden over here fared pretty well. I mean, like the sage, it's looking pretty good. I thought they would all be crushed, but they're doing great. Everything else is underneath a nice warm blanket of snow, and then it's gonna melt and everything's fine. We haven't had bird food or anything since the thing shattered. It was like a really freezing week. I grabbed it and it just exploded. So, oop, you see the snowfall? I gotta be careful of that. But anyways, I just wanted to say, like, we're back at the garden and it's still here. I can't wait for spring. All of this, you guys remember, on National Plant the Milkweed Day, my birthday, we planted all those seeds. So everything in the baskets, it's good, but we planted so much more. And then I kind of want to go down that way. But once we fill up, we're gonna go somewhere else because I want to go to different parks and stuff. So yeah, quick little update. It's snowing, I'm cold. When's the last time you saw snow? Do you guys live in a warmer climate? Are you in Florida or Texas or something that doesn't get much snow? I'm thinking this area, who knows, maybe one day it can be more than it is, but yep. Okay, bye. Wow, look at that. Here's my willow closer up. Ugh, see this stick? That's where it all came from. It's growing out through the sides now. I guess it's got branches that kind of went underground and grew out to be new trees. And that's the majority of this bonsai. I've been hacking away around the edges so it's not really touching the ground. And that's where I got all of my other branches from. Over there is another willow bonsai. It's getting pretty tall. I think it's happy. Yeah, that one's definitely happy. Ooh, and my jasmine. There's the jasmine over here. So I kind of want to take more cuttings from the jasmine as we go along. So that's kind of like, this is perfect over here because it's coming out There are some areas where I was kind of burying it along the ground, and it'll become more, just more jasmine in the whole area. Successful cutting, rooted, you know, I buried it in the dirt. And then this one, who can tell me what's going on? This jasmine turned red. It didn't die, but the whole thing is red. So like, what's up with that? Just curious. But we have like a lot of jasmine on the wall. So it's happy. It's a happy jasmine. I'm glad it didn't die back this year. I keep talking about how that one winter it was really cold and dry and all the little stem trunks just exploded. Yeah. Yep. I poked my head in the little greenhouse and it was like, ooh, there's ice on top. That's crazy. I poked my head in there and it was like hot. It felt like it was like 80 degrees in there. So that's cool. My apple tree hasn't died yet. You know, it was bent the fuck over, so I'm happy it's still alive. Can't wait for my cups to come back. I grabbed a pair of scissors, so let's go to the park. I'll show you the willow that started it all, and we'll check on our garden on the way. So let's go. Wow. We're walking to the park and I wanted to say one more thing. This moss right here, it's like you can't even see what it is, but this is really, really special. This is like my favorite kind of moss. It's the easiest to grow. It's on another person's property, so I'm not gonna do that until it gets a little warmer. I'll start taking from there again. But yeah, that's like my favorite spot to grab moss from. All right, that is my garden right there where the guy is. That's my garden. And that's my house. So the Monarch Way station, it's like literally 100 feet away. So let's walk over there and say hi to the garden. Hey guys, soak it up. It's raining right now. This might be the last time you see snow in a long time. Love you, bye. Wow, oh my goodness. I'm not gonna turn around just yet. Well, everybody, this is Master Butterflies for Garden. We renovated the garden, cleaned the floor. Let's start on this end. Supervise children at all times. What's that down there? A pretty flower. That smells nice. Star jasmine. That's pretty and new. Little rocks around it. Birdhouse kind of untouched. There's more of a birdhouse at this point. Maybe someone will build a nest in there. I stopped feeding them. We've got mint. Lots of mint. And it's actually growing. It's not just roots. Over here, I brought my dwarf lotus to the park because my mom was like, I don't like it, it's icky. Mint. This whole area is where I planted the milkweed underground, so that's why I left it. The sign and certificate. Over here, as I said before, the milkweed is like actually growing. 1, 2, 3. That's all I see for now. But those are other milkweeds, and I put new signs out as well. Over here, burdock, burdock, burdock. That's where the basil was. I don't know if it will grow back, but there's probably seeds. This is where I put some of my willows. And again, sweet alyssum, red anthurium, that's new. I wanted to get rid of it, but I brought it to the park. La la la, sage, sage, sage. Creeping thyme. Really taking off. Strawberry. There is a strawberry flower, so there are going to be strawberries in the park. This is compost / extra stuff. Those are milkweeds. And some people came and replanted. They repainted the benches, so that was nice. And they cleaned up the garbage and the leaves and the rest of the park, but they didn't touch over here. I worked while they were working. It was beautiful. So cleaned up that spot, reorganized it so it's only mint, cleaned up, organized, that's only milkweed. This one's more of a mix because it's bigger. And I'll kind of organize this later, but the important thing is to have stuff away from the fence. You know, it's all clean and organized. Right now there's 3 bunches, so I'm happy. And I'm taking my carton home. Say goodbye, you're beautiful. Let's take a look from the other side of the fence. Wow. This is gonna be so lush. It's gonna be cray cray. Cray cray. All right. Butterfly Square Garden, Jason Sebastian. I can't believe we're just gonna be able to go outside and pick the burdock out, feed it to the painted ladies, and then once we feed it to the painted ladies, they're gonna become caterpillars and butterflies, and we're gonna have butterflies, and that's money. And it's hard to talk with people walking around and listening to me, and I forget my train of thought. But yeah, it's starting to rain, so hopefully that fills up my dwarf lotus pot. Hopefully the roots are still alive. Hopefully it gets enough sun that it comes to life, and maybe I'll put fishies in there. Wouldn't that be fun? But yeah, we did a lot of good work today, and it's beautiful. And I'm gonna post this on Facebook, and love you guys, you're beautiful. See you next time. Don't run me over, car. Bye. And boom shakalaka. I reorganized this whole thing. I brought out more burdock, and there's some willow in the corner. But the important thing is that is one big clump, that's one clump, that's one clump. So we've got 3 clumps, and eventually this is gonna break up into 4 clumps. Right there, I'm gonna split that up. But the important thing was to bring out more stuff. There was a huge box that I got out of the way, so I was able to replace that. And then now it only looks a little bit bigger, but at the same time, everything is much cleaner. So things are better. And yeah, I'm excited. So I'm gonna keep giving you updates, and that's what's going on. Lunchtime. Bye. Wow. Everybody, Jason Sebastian, Butterfly Square Garden, back again for what is hopefully the final installment of setting up Bound Park. We've got the star jasmine all prepared to climb up the fence post. We have everything fresh and clear along the actual fence. We have the birdhouse, which I stopped putting bird food in because pest control. We have the Monarch Way Station sign next to the certificates. We have mint with a dwarf lotus. Then we have milkweed with burdock. Then we have a mix of creeping thyme, my willow bonsai, red anthurium. In the cups are milkweed seedlings. Over here we have all of my sage with the sweet alyssum, some morning glory and strawberry in the back, with some basil that has not sprouted yet. In the ground we planted common milkweed seeds. There is also burdock that has kind of always been in the park. That's where we got our burdock, and also where we got our milkweed from. So today we extended the garden. It was originally kind of like up to here. We brought it out more. There was originally 3 clumps, now there are 4 with big open spaces in between. And then if I want to continue growing the garden, I've got my eye on this spot right here. Yeah, everything else, you know, is clean. You can see all the way in the back, there were like volunteers who did some garbage cleanup, and they painted the benches with the wet signs. So we have a beautiful park. This guy just came up to me and told me, "You're doing a good job, and did you go up here? I think this is paradise, and the houses must be over $1 million." And I'm just like, I love this place. So anyways, all that's left to do is to fill the dwarf lotus with water. It was raining for a bit. If it doesn't rain, I'll fill it up later tonight. But now our butterfly garden, once again, hopefully this is the last installment for the day. I was literally here like all day, so lots of fun. That's what it looks like. So I'm gonna post this to Facebook, and love the butterflies. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Bye. Wow. Pretty cool. There it is, our newest addition. Chives. Hi everybody, Jason Sebastian, Butterfly Square Garden. Welcome back. Good morning. We're in the garden as the sun comes up, and it's nice, and I think I want to start doing it more. It's my day off of work at the zoo, but that just means that it's my day on work at home. And that's what I really want. I want to work from home and not on the computer in the garden. That's what started this whole thing. So the mint is really taking off. The burdock is really taking off. The milkweeds, if you look really close, you can see, ooh, what's that? A little green. What's that? Some more green. That little nubby, once you know what you're looking at, it starts to make sense. Those are milkweeds, and they're coming in hot. This right here, where'd it go? Right there. Flowers, come on. Come on. There we go. It was for a second. There we go. Anyways, this is flower buds. Sweet alyssum, that's gonna smell so good. We're gonna plant more at home. My sage, even the strawberry. Check it out. What kind of flower is that? Strawberry. I love that everything's labeled. You know, I had that moment of clarity where I was like, oh, if I just label them, people will think that it's official and they won't touch it. That's why everything's in cups. But I'm also super happy that the bags worked, you know? I was at home and I had to move the cups and I had all these extra bags and I'm like, what the hell? I put the cups in the bags and now they won't fall over anymore and it looks pretty. You know, it's just an extension of my box idea. I was like, if it's in a box, it's okay. So yeah, you know, that's it. The jasmine over here on our supervised children at all times sign, which is not the fence, that's the big deal. But yeah, so there's tons of burdock, but I forgot my flower tubes, which means I'm gonna have to come back before it gets hot, because if you try cutting leaves when it's hot, they'll go flat immediately, and we want them to last for like 4 days at least, you know? So I'm going home. I've got coffee waiting for me, so I'm gonna go do that. Love you, bye. Check out the sunrise. Wow! Pretty. Pretty, that's east. Bye. Wow. Swamp milkweed's about to bloom, yo. Everybody just Sebastian Butterfly Garden. We're home in the garden. It's been a 17-and-a-half-hour day. Got up at 6, went to work. After work, went to the mall with our friends. After the mall, went to my sister's and watched the fireworks on the rooftop over Astoria, the river. After that, we drove my basically sister from another mister, Rena, and her daughter Jade, who basically like a niece, you know. She got her calling me Uncle Jason, so that drove her home. And now then I talked to my dad, because I had to do that. And now we're in the garden, so that's been a day. Just wanted to say, I never thought I could do stuff like this, you know, but times a change, and you know, it's nice. We're happy. It was a good day. So got piano in the morning. Do I have enough energy to play piano? Can we make it you know, like a 19-hour day? Whatever. Gonna watch some TV. Probably don't even have energy for that. I think I'm gonna shower and go to bed. Worry about it in the morning. Just wanted to say I love you guys, and you can do it too. You want the life that I have. Just kidding. Take care. Plant native milkweed. Ooh, I hear fireworks. Did you hear that? Hey y'all, figured if I was doing a video I might as well show you the garden. Here's some of the morning glories. I thought they would shoot up really fast and they're not. The vines that I planted, I thought they would shoot up really fast and they're not. Raspberry, strawberries. Here's the milkweed seedlings that basically got burned in the sun / eaten by slugs. Oh hey, we got a little morning glory flower. That's pretty. That's pretty. We got like no blueberries this year, but it's the first year that I planted it. That's pretty cool. My little morning glory patch that I'm gonna start ripping up because we don't want the invasive plant next to my neighbor's nice garden. Over here, the roses that my sister gave my mom for Mother's Day are doing really well. My jasmine is really doing good. It's still putting out some flowers here and there that smell good. The morning glory, I was feeding a lot to the caterpillars and now I'm stopping. What else? What else? My apple tree that stopped growing. Here's all the milkweed that is relatively untouched because there were no monarchs because of the heat waves this year. My willow tree's growing out of control. Looks like the milkweeds fell over. And my lotus pond is doing well. That's pretty sweet. I like that. That's pretty cool. Looks like this one fell over. I don't know what's the deal with that. Maybe it was the wind. But I want everything nice. Yeah, lotus looks like it's doing really well. More of my milkweed seedlings that all got eaten by slugs. The basil's doing really well. The gardenia's doing really well. We've got more jasmine. Here is my honeysuckle, which I thought would be putting out lots of flowers, but it's not. I don't know how that's gonna work, we'll see. But it's also invasive. Sage, pineberry, burdock, milkweed cuttings, morning glory cuttings. Okay, just a quick little update on the garden. That's what I've got going on. That's not everything, but that's pretty much everything. Because I'm cutting back because, you know, I'm trying to get a job full-time at the Bronx Zoo because it's a union job and I want benefits because we're living in the world that we live in. So, love you guys, Butterfly Square Garden. Peace out. Gonna upload this video just so you guys know what's going on and I have a little record of what's going on. So, bye, bye, bye. Ooh, look at my spider plants doing well. Okay, bye, 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 bye. This is what I feed the baby caterpillars. Bye, bye. Who loves my willow tree? This is where I got the cutting for the bonsai in the backyard. Just wanted to say hello. And if you're a witch, just know that if you lean up against a tree, that's very grounding. Okay, to the park garden. Look at all that milkweed. Milkweed and burdock. Over there's the mint. And a sign, certificate, sage, sweet alyssum, blah blah blah. Just wanted to show you guys. I had more videos of the garden, but I deleted them because I didn't think they were important. But I haven't shown you the garden in a while, so that's that. Okay, going home. Everybody, Jason Sebastian, Butterfly Square Garden. It's November. I just wanted to show off, you know, what the garden looks like. Bye. Butterfly Square Garden, Jason Sebastian, just showing off where we're at. Welcome to Butterfly Square Garden, our Monarch Way station. You notice anything missing? Everybody, Jason Sebastian Janos, Butterfly Square Garden. I came to check it out because I do every single night. I cleaned it up yesterday. I did a little condensing, and someone took my sage. I noticed that the leaves are cleaned up in this area. They took the sage is gone. It's completely gone. Just like before, I noticed that someone had taken the dirt from my pots, and someone just took an entire sage plant. Maybe they saw me take the other ones, so I'm glad I took the other ones. It wasn't even doing well because it's so cold out. It was like basically all dried up. But that was kind of like my little ornamental holy token, you know, for the clean energy, smudging, whatever you want to call it. You know, it was supposed to be like my little transcendental, magical cornerstone piece, and it's gone now. So I'm gonna decide what to do. You know, luckily they left all of my other milkweeds, because that's the most important part, is the milkweed. But I just wanted to say that they took my sage. My sage is gone, so I'll do a little walk around to see if it's anywhere, but someone definitely took it, and I don't know why. But the area is cleaned up, so I don't really know what that means. Could it have been like a park person or someone else? But anyways, you know, it is what it is. It's a communal space. I'm just not a fan of me putting in work for other people to just take it home, because, you know, if I bring 100 plants and one person just takes 100 plants, how fair is that? So anyway, love you guys. Talk to you later. Keep in touch. Making little adjustments, and you know, I was stopping by every single night. I'm just kind of shocked that someone went through my shit and like took my sage. It is cleaner, I'll give you that, but WTF, man. Okay, love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye. Oh, kitty, 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 kitty. I caught him looking. He's a curious kitty. He comes into the backyard right where he found the butterfly, and now he's hanging out in the milkweed garden because he knows that there's butterflies in there. So I just think that's really, it's really cute. A cute little kitty. Butterfly kitty. Butterfly baby. Waiting for the butterflies. Isn't nature wonderful? Okay, love you, Planet of Milkweed. Bye.